Hi guys, it's Thomas here from COTBase.com. Welcome to a weekly COT review. Today we're going to be analyzing the 24th Commitments of Traders Report of 2022. And as we always do, we shall start off by looking at the largest changes in commercials positions. But before we jump to the review, just a brief reminder that here at COTBase.com you will find a lot of educational material, not only in written format, but we do have some very useful videos as well that will guide you through the analysis process, showing you all the tools that are available and how you can benefit from this highly valuable information that the report is giving us. Back to the review, and starting off with our first market, which will be the Mexican peso. You can see that we are talking about commercials. Of course, we are analyzing the net positions, and we are looking at the largest changes based on a 52-week look back period. You can see we have a 51% change in the Mexican peso. You can see the change size over here, basically top three. It's quite easy to tell that it is top three in the past 1 year. It is a bullish COT change signal, and actually you don't have to go back in time that much to see what happened to the market once we had such a bullish COT change signal. Of course, markets don't necessarily repeat themselves exactly, but they do give us a hint on how effective these larger change signals can be. So it is suggesting that we can see a bit of a rise from here. Moving on to the 5-year chart, you can see the extreme situation, which is with this sudden change in traders' positions became more bullish again. You can see with the horizontal line I'm showing to you where commercials are at the moment, and you can see they are super far away from those bearish extreme levels. So it is a bullish extreme and a bullish COT change signal. Moving on to another currency, euro, 47% change over here in commercials net positions. Of course, it becomes more visible on the 1-year chart, and I think it's quite easy to tell that this is the largest change in the past 1 year. It is a bullish COT change signal suggesting some strengthening in the next couple of days. Interesting to see both commercials and large speculators below the zero line. We have seen those cases in the past. So we have a bullish COT change signal. And moving on to the 5-year chart, you can see that we're somewhat in the bullish extreme zone as well, although we have seen greater extremes in the past. The South African Rand, with a 34% change in commercials net positions, will be the next market. You can see we have all-time COT extreme, not only in commercials but large speculators as well. But let's start off with the change analysis. You can see this recent change size over here amongst the largest changes in the past 1 year. Here we have a bearish COT change signal suggesting weakness in the next few days. Moving on to the 5-year chart, there you go, all-time extreme, suggesting the market to be going even lower. This, of course, is a bearish COT extreme, which, of course, is quite in some ways it is a bit surprising to see that, because we do not see such a strength in the South African Rand, but the commercials and large speculators are indicating that we may actually see even lower prices coming. Moving on to large speculators COT extreme, we've got Palladium on top of our list with an all-time extreme, then of course followed by the South African Rand that we just spoke about, so we're going to skip that one. But first, here we have Palladium, and we have that extreme in the market. So it is suggesting a bottoming happening. But don't forget that all-time COT extremes can be in the market for many, many weeks or possibly months before there is a reaction, a shift in the trend. So now we are expecting a shift upwards. So from a bearish trend to the bullish trend. But then again, if you look at the chart, you can see that we have actually been in this bullish zone for quite some time, since 2020. We haven't seen bearish extremes for quite some time now. So that's Palladium. We're gonna jump over South African Rand because we talked about that. Orange Juice will be the next market. 283 report extreme over here. This is a bearish COT extreme. Of course, we've been witnessing this bearish extremes in the past few weeks, and you can see that there may have been a bit of a decline in Orange Juice. The dollar index will be the next and the last market for this review. Here we have a 272 report extreme in large speculators position. This is a bearish extreme, no question about that, suggesting that eventually we should be reaching a top and see a lower valuation for the dollar. Of course, again, these extremes can build up for many, many weeks and months before reaching a shift in the trend. Actually, it's quite easy to see since October of 2021 we are more or less in this zone, and the market is just headed higher and higher and higher. So I wouldn't be too excited about this bearish extreme. I would expect this trend to continue, but you should have your eyes open because it is signaling eventually there may be a shift in the dollar index downwards. Now, of course, in these reviews, we only talk about a few markets, but if you would like, you can actually access all the markets available here at cotbase.com with all the COT report types and data types as well. If you want to focus your attention on a specific market, let's say the South African Rand that we just talked about, you can do that. We have a lot of data available for analyzing. We also have some useful indicators as well. We have the COT Base Pro indicator that basically focuses on the classic commitments of traders analysis, the one that I just showed you in my review, but you can actually use these tools in NinjaTrader. And then we have the ICOT Intraday indicator, which is a more newer tool that we developed in order to help those who are trading in the shorter time frame. This is available not only in NinjaTrader but also on CTrader and TradingView. And if you come over here, you can actually see some wonderful example charts. So this is a tool for shorter term traders. I said that. What I didn't say is that this is actually a 1 minute candlestick chart of gold, and you can see underneath we have these wonderful scores of our indicator mimicking the COT Extreme analysis in some sense. So I think it's a very valuable tool if you want to get some help to enter or exit certain trades. So a lot to do here at cotbase.com. I hope you enjoyed my review. Thank you very much for being with me. Please like and subscribe. I don't say this quite often. I'm not good at that, to be honest, but it does count. I understand. So if you can do that, I'd truly appreciate it. And I hope to see you in my next COT review. Take care. Goodbye.